The first house I want to show is a 18590 Northeast 21st Avenue. Quiet neighborhood, beautiful. Let's take a look at the numbers here. This house is sold for 3.1 million. The total square footage under the air, 3,253 square feet. They sold for $950 per square feet. The building from 1957 is not even brand new. That's the highest price per square feet, no waterfront house. They sold not long ago, about 2024. But the good thing is for you to take a look. This guy bought this property before in February 2023 for 1.275, and they did a big flip. They did a full renovation, sold, probably making over $1 million, for you to see how big the appreciation from this neighborhood, over 10% year by year. Take a look at this house here. It's a 18930 Northeast 20th Avenue. This property sold for 4.137 million. 4.1 million. Interesting, they have a brand new house, probably going to sell for 5 to 6 million, 18920. And over there you have the third one that's being built, for you to see how booming this neighborhood is becoming. 19000, 3 houses, luxury, one next to another one, look like a Golden Beach. As you can see here, sold for 4.1 million, sold for $1,081 per square feet. The total square footage is 3,826. They sold in 08-2023. The lot is not that big, 10,938. But interesting, in 2021 they bought this lot in May for 1 million, for you to see how big profit in this neighborhood, how the appreciation is doing in this neighborhood. The next property I want to talk about is 2115 Northeast 191st Street. As you can see, you have a brand new house also next door. Those 2 houses is a lakefront. This is at the highest ever sold in Sky Lake. They sold for 5.1 million. They sold for $1,051 per square feet, almost 5,000 square feet size house. And they have 6 bedrooms, 6.5 baths. They sold in March 2024. The lot is not that big, just 11,025 square feet. The good thing here for you to see, in 2020, they bought this lot for only 875,400, for you to see how big the appreciation in this neighborhood. This is a waterfront house. The address is 1830 Northeast 193rd Street. This house is sold for 3.1 million. The total square footage 3,619, 5 bedrooms, 4 full bath. They sold for $863. But take a look here, sold in June 2022. The properties today, lakefront, they are selling for around 1,000 or 1,100 per square feet. And the lot is not that big, it's only 10,938 square feet. For you to see here how's the appreciation, even the property the Sky Lake. 2 years ago, 863, now is about 1,100. The next example is a corner lot, is 1875 Northeast 193rd Street. This house is sold for 3.150 million. The interesting is just 7,500 square feet. They sold for $729 per square feet in April 2024. This house show how the appreciation it is. In 2009, this land, the property sold for 200,000. 2016, the property was worth around $599. 2022, the land by themselves was selling around 1 million. And they sold it last year for 3.150 million, for you to see how huge the appreciation over the years from this neighborhood. The next house here I'm going to show is a nice house. The address 1931 Northeast 197 Terrace. This house is sold for 2.5 million. The interesting about this house is no waterfront. It's from 1962. It's not that big, it's just 2,948 square feet, sold for $943 per square feet. Sold in February 2024. And the piece of land is a little bit bigger, 13,000 square feet. The interesting about the appreciation this neighborhood for you to see, this house in 2011 was worth around 600,000. In 2021, the price jumped for 800,000. 2022, they jump again for 1.1 million. They did a big renovation. They sold for 1 year, 9 months later for 2.5 million. And as you can see here, this is a brand new house. Again, this neighborhood is booming, a lot of new construction.